Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Poppy makes a tearful, shocking confession to Bill, and Hope delights in Steffi's mistake. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and a retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. In Forrester's main office, Zenda tells Ridge and Steffy if they need anyone else on the trip, he can pack quickly. Steffy snarks, "Thanks, Zend, but we're already traveling with one too many people." Ridge snorts. In the hallway, Brooke tells Hope how excited she is to go to Monte Carlo. Hope knows it's one of her favorite places. It probably doesn't hurt that she's a bit of a celebrity with the royal family there. Brooke gushes about the prince. Hope tells her she and Ridge deserve this time away. It's just a shame that Steffy will be tagging along. They join the others in the main office and everyone enthuses about the social media campaign. Brooke can't wait to get on the plane. Steffy rolls her eyes as she and Ridge canoodle. Hope smirks. Zenda wishes them a great trip, and Ridge warns Steffy not to be late as Brooke needs to be on time to see the prince. Hope whispers to her mother to have a fabulous time despite Steffy. Ridge and Brooke head out. Hope tells Steffy it's written all over her face. "You really don't want my mom going on this trip with you, do you?" Steffy was looking forward to the trip. "It was supposed to be my father and me." Hope tells her she shouldn't force herself to go. Let them have this time alone. At Bill's place, he kisses Poppy and reiterates that nobody is taking this away from them. They're a family now. He notes she hasn't been herself. Something's on her mind. Poppy says it's his ex. Katie doesn't like her or trust her, not one bit. She says Katie could be a problem. "She's been asking questions about me." And Tom Starr's death. In the design office, Katie looks up the music festival where Bill met Poppy online again. She looks at Tom Starr's name and mutters that it can't be a coincidence that he was playing there the night Luna was conceived. She flushes to grilling Poppy for taking 20 years to tell her daughter who her father was and size. And now Tom is dead because of drugs. Something that Poppy has a history of herself. "Who are you, Poppy Nozawa?" Katie visits Lei in her office and says she has a few more questions about her sister. She found out something about her and she's hoping she can confirm it. Does Poppy take drugs? Lei says she did. She supposedly stopped taking them. Katie asks if she stopped before or after the deaths of Tom and Hollis at Il Giardino. Lei asks, "Katie, what are you implying?" Katie tells Lei that Poppy was a fan of Tom Starr's and he was playing at Il Giardino the night he was killed. Lei sneers about Poppy's love of music festivals. That's probably where she got onto those special mints. Katie suggests Tom and Hollis overdoses may have been intentional. Lei wonders why she keeps bringing up these men in connection to her sister. Are you suggesting Penelope had something to do with Tom Starr's death? Katie volleys, "Are you saying it's a possibility?" At Bill's, Poppy explains that Tom was the first person to die at Il Giardino. Crying, she says, "There's something I need to tell you, and I should have told you a long time ago." She admits she knew Tom Starr and they kind of dated. It was barely a blip, it was so brief. Poppy explains that he had more feelings than she did and sent her all these letters over the years. But she sent them all back. Bill asks what letters she's talking about. Poppy cries that Tom was claiming to be Luna's father. Bill growls, "Why are you just telling me now?" Poppy didn't see any point since they ran a DNA test. Bill says, "But it was a possibility. Because you had a relationship with Tom Starr, and as a result, he thought he could be Luna's father." Poppy cries, "Yes." At the airport, Captain Deuce, Tom Arnold, tells Ridge and Brooke the jet is fueled up and ready to go. Ridge thanks him. Brooke looks forward to champagne and a snuggle. She'll try to avoid Steffi's glares. Ridge reminds Deuce that Steffi is coming. Ridge and Brooke board and Deuce checks his watch. On the jet, Brooke calls Ridge out for sketching non-stop. He's been working way too much. Ridge has to work on Couture. Brooke wants him to take a break, relax and enjoy Monte Carlo with her. Ridge asks her for 10 more minutes. He worries that the flight is about to take off and Steffi's not there. In the main office, Steffi reminds Hope this is not their parents' honeymoon. It's business. I'm going. She walks out as Hope throws up her hands. Okay. Suddenly, she notices a passport on the desk. She calls out, Steffi. Steffi, wait. She catches up to her at the elevator, but Steffi doesn't want to hear it. Poppy stood on the balcony of Bill Spencer's office, the city skyline a blur of lights below her. The cool evening breeze did little to calm her racing heart. She had rehearsed this moment 1,000 times in her mind, but now that she was here, standing just a few feet away from Bill, she felt her resolve waver. This confession would change everything, and she knew it. But it was a truth that had to be told. Inside the office, Bill was absorbed in his work, the glow of his computer screen casting a sharp light on his chisel features. He sensed her presence and looked up, his piercing blue eyes locking onto hers. There was a mixture of curiosity and concern in his gaze. Poppy, Bill said, standing up and walking toward her. What's going on? You look like you've seen a ghost. Poppy swallowed hard, tears already welling up in her eyes. Bill, I need to talk to you. It's about something that happened a long time ago, something I've been keeping from you. Bill's expression hardened. He had heard many confessions in his life, many secrets filled under the weight of guilt or fear. But there was something different about Poppy's demeanor, something that made his heart pound in anticipation and dread. Come, sit down, he said, guiding her to the leather couch. Whatever it is, we can get through it together. Poppy sat down, her hands trembling. She took a deep breath, trying to steady herself. Bill, do you remember that summer I spent in Europe before I came to work for Spencer Publications? Bill nodded, his mind racing through the memories. Of course, you were taking a break after college, trying to figure out what you wanted to do. Poppy nodded, tears now streaming down her face. Yes, but there's more to it than that. Bill, I was involved in something terrible. Something that I've regretted every single day since. Bill's eyes narrowed. What do you mean? Poppy looked down at her hands, unable to meet his gaze. I was in Paris and I got mixed up with some people. Dangerous people. They were involved in, well, let's just say they weren't good people. I didn't know what I was getting into at the time, but once I realized, it was too late. I was in too deep. Bill felt a cold chill run down his spine. He reached out, taking her hands in his. Poppy, whatever it is, you can tell me. We can deal with it together. Poppy took a shuddering breath. There was a man, a very powerful man. He was involved in organized crime. I got close to him, too close. And one night, things got out of hand. There was a fight, and he ended up dead. Bill's grip tightened on her hands. Poppy, are you saying you killed someone? She shook her head frantically. No, I didn't kill him. But I was there and I saw it happen. I saw everything. The police were closing in and I panicked. I ran. I left the country and came back here, trying to forget, trying to move on. But I can't, Bill. I can't keep this secret anymore. Bill was silent for a long moment, his mind reeling. Why are you telling me this now? Poppy looked up at him, her eyes pleading. Because I can't live with the guilt anymore. And because the people I was involved with, they haven't forgotten. They found me, Bill. They're threatening me, and I don't know what to do. Bill stood up, pacing the room. This is serious, Poppy. We need to go to the authorities. No, Poppy cried, standing up and grabbing his arm. You don't understand. If I go to the police, they'll kill me. They'll kill anyone who tries to help me.